Amar, it's a pleasure to welcome you.
Great to be here.
Amar, you're playing a very active role in the India-US corridor. A lot of activity, especially in the last 3-4 years. You always keep going to India, get engaged, and take influences from here, bring influences from India. Just wanted a overview of where do you think we are in terms of our connectivity, in terms of the future trade and innovation exchange happening, etc.
It's a long journey, right? But let me describe the last 10 years. Things have started to heat up in the corridor, evidenced by when PM Modi came here. He announced the first direct flight. This was, I think, in 2016 or 2017. And every year there's been more and more of those things happening with connectivity between the two countries, but also investments between the two countries and trade between the two countries. Everything has doubled in 10 years, right? And it's indicative of what's happening in the Silicon Valley to India corridor. There's so many companies with back offices in India, so many companies, investors investing in India, Indian investors investing in companies here. So it's a very vibrant tech corridor that we have formed. And I think it's something that'll even deepen more now with AI and all these new technologies upon us. I think you'll see even broadening of this partnership and strengthening of this partnership. Yeah.
You lead Indiaspora. It's a very diverse platform of Indian Americans who have achieved a certain amount of success and are willing to give back, not only for the ecosystem here, but obviously for India. Share us a little bit about, the contributions of Indiaspora, specifically in the last 2-3 years of the activity.
I think Indiaspora was formed to really be a force for good and be an all-inclusive community. So we have not only tech CEOs and VCs, but also doctors, lawyers, academics, artists, getting the whole community to be a force for good, right? And in that, we've done a lot of work in philanthropy, but also promoting entrepreneurship. And our bigger goal now is to integrate with the whole diaspora, the 30 million people across the world who are Indians in many different countries. So we've gone from just working in the US to globally connecting the diaspora and also connecting the diaspora to India itself. So it's a pretty big venture, and we are honored that Indiaspora was recognized here by ATEA as an organization this year to be receiving an award. And that's really indicative of the success of the community in general and not just in diaspora itself.
I wanted to learn from you the origins of ATEA, why it had to be formed, and what are the contributions of this community in particular, not just to Silicon Valley, but across the US?
Yeah. I think the Tamil entrepreneurs is emblematic of what has happened with the community. There have been a lot of Tamils who have moved from India to the US in many different sectors, whether it's technology or business or academia. You'll find Tamils, much like any other Indian ethnic community, in many different fields. I think ATEA came together just to focus on entrepreneurship, really help the community at hand. So it's done a really good job. Of course, there are many prominent Tamilians in society in the US, Sundar Pichai at Google, or Lakshman Narasimhan at Starbucks, or Raj Subramaniam at FedEx. There are many, many icons in our community who are successful, Vice President Kamala Harris, you can go on and on. But really it's indicative of also of India's success and Indian Americans being successful in the US. So really, I think it's incumbent on the Tamil community to really be part of the fabric of all Indian Americans and really help, and that's the intent, to help all entrepreneurs, not just Tamil entrepreneurs itself.
Amar, like always, thank you for the opportunity. Really appreciate you coming here.
Thank you for having me.